path for spiritual living that recognizes the beauty of every spiritual philosophy. It aims at supporting people in their quest for a healthy and prosperous life, a life of significance. Revana Quintana and Osvaldo Mora, leaders of the bilingual ministry Unity Community of Light, are here every Sunday morning to bless you with either an inspiring dialogue and or meditation based on the powerful Unity teachings. Teachings that we are certain will lead you to a space of deep personal transformation. Please be welcome to Encuentro Espiritual English.
Good morning, everyone. Once again, here we are, Encuentro Espiritual English, Osvaldo Mora in this side of the world, and I'm here with my partner in crime, Mr.
Nathan Jorgensen. Happy to be with you.
Oh yes, I'm happy to be with you too. You know, I missed you last time, and if you connect to the past program, you will see that all by myself. The thing is, something technical happened, and then because let me tell you, let's share something. We did the recording together. Nathan was in the show, but something happened that production department and sent me a message saying I cannot take that video because la 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 la, and so we need to, it was like an kind of emergency measure. Don't worry, I will take care of that, because if something that I like in this year of my journey, my dear friend and everyone, is enjoying this book once again. You know, I read this book in 2001, 23 years ago, is that this book opens to me all the doors that now I'm enjoying in Unity. And that's why when Reverend Anna, my other partner in crime, in Spanish version, she proposed, let's study the quest, la búsqueda in Spanish. And I said, yes, because I feel so gratitude. You know, I have so much gratitude for this book, for the authors of the book, that is Richard and Mary Alice Jafola. I don't know if they are alive yet or one of those past. That's something that I'm not clear yet. So today we're gonna talk about the chapter 19. What is it about, my friend, chapter 19?
Chapter 19, the law of mind action, that our thoughts create our life and create existence. And there is nothing in existence that wasn't first an idea or a thought.
Wow. You know, when I heard that the first time, I said, I don't understand. I remember the first time that in Unity of New York, 1999, I was trying to learn how to meditate, and that was impossible. The ministry in that Unity used to say, breathe and be what? Breathe and feel what? You see, it's like a completely new language. So when I hear the law of mind action, that means that every single thought that comes from me creates my reality. It's like No, I'm thinking that I'm a rich guy. Why is it that I'm not there? You see, but it's something a little bit more complicated than just thinking, but actually thoughts are the root of anything that we are experiencing right now. What do you think, my dear friend?
I think, you shared the experience of when you first learn about this, or when somebody says, just be, and you're like, be what? Right? Because there's almost always the way a lot of us grow up, there's always something, be this, be that. And I think for me, in terms of thoughts, one way I was raised was about discipline of the mind and controlling your thoughts, which is also very difficult to do, I think, from a realistic perspective. And in psychology, there's sometimes this emphasis on, controlling your thoughts. And there is a lot that just comes into our minds. There's things all around us, things we see, things people say. And so I guess what I've learned about is not so much how to control all of your thoughts, but how to let your thoughts be so that you can engage it with them in a way that's not giving them power. Another thing I've learned, thoughts and feelings give rise to more thoughts. So if I think I have this feeling, or I'm thinking about something, the more I think about it, the more I'm going to solve it. But in reality, the more I think about it, oftentimes the more complicated it gets, and it gives rise to more and more thoughts. And so a question I'm asking now, and what I'm discovering now, is really how to do that in a way that my thoughts create my reality, and I can allow for this sort of randomness, allow for thoughts, I guess surrender control over thoughts. But by surrendering that control, I actually gain an amount of control over them, because I'm not seeking that control.
Talking about control, my friend, let me share this. I'm gonna share this from my own experience now. When somebody was in Unity, they were telling me, be with you, be you, breathe, observe your thoughts, observe your thoughts. So everything that I was thinking at that moment in my life was everything that as a source I was generating, and those were thoughts of survival. How I'm gonna fix these things, how I'm gonna fix this thing that I'm experiencing, because what I did, you see, is in my present time, I was using my mind to connect, to bring information from my past, something that I did, that I need to fix, to project to the future, and I need to fix, you see? So the thing is, I didn't have a vision. I didn't have a purpose clearly in my heart and my mind that where I was going. The only thing that I was doing in that moment of my life was trying to do things to make money, to have a nice quoted life. So all the things that I was doing were completely wrong. Why? Because as spiritual as I am, I didn't know that I was supposed to follow on a spiritual path. When Master Jesus says the truth that sets you free, every single human being has its own truth. So mine was that I am a spiritual human being. I am a healer, and I have this capacity of connect with others in terms of what they need to be healed. But I wasn't doing that. You see, so I didn't have anything clear. So all the thoughts that were coming were like, thieves around me trying to get something to survive as I was doing in the world. I wasn't clear on what I was creating in my life. I just wanted money, 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 money to solve my problems, to pay my debts, because I bought a car and then it happened that I had to spend more money than I expected. And I took some money from different account and I have, you see, it's like all the times I was fixing problems that I made a mistake yesterday.
Mhm.
You see, so if every single thought helps to create my reality, here is my suggestion. Is, you know what? Put yourself a purpose in your life. What is it that you're going to create? What is that you're going to do? And make sure that that purpose is connected to your talent, something that you feel that you came here to express. You see, and how you're going to get that information is through observation. What is it that you feel? How is it that you feel? Uh, After this, I'm going to ask you to do your message, please. How is it that you're going to recognize what is your talent in this world? Just check around and see what is it that is needed. What is it that you think that people need? That is something that where you can begin to check what is your talent about. I think I spoke enough, my friend.
No, you said a lot of really great things. One about the past and trying to fix the past and that fear, right? That survival mode. And I think what you said is correct of if I'm just trying to fix a mistake or fix something from the past, I'm really just responding to some fear. And the more we respond to fear and the more we act to solve fear, the more fear stays with us because we're holding on to it, really. We're saying, no, you don't go anywhere. I'm going to solve you. I'm going to fix you. So once I fix you, then I'll push you out the door. But when we fight with something, it actually stays with us. And then also, you mentioned your purpose and the question of what is my purpose? And one thing that I got trapped on that. Maybe I still am a little trapped on that idea of purpose. If we think that purpose is like given to us and there's a God who said, okay, I wrote your purpose. It's in this paper here. You just have to figure it out. And I was like, but am I wrong? Is God going to be disappointed in me if I don't get it fully right? And we're a part of defining our purpose. We have that God ability within us. And so, as you said, try something that is fulfilling to you, and you're going to be working with other people. See how, there's this response, there's trial and error basically. And ultimately you define it. So if you feel like, I'm not quite living up to what I was picturing, or I did this, but it didn't quite turn out. Well, that's okay. It's just evolving and you didn't fail, and you don't need to feel bad about not meeting some standard that's been written ahead of time. You just need to follow yourself. And that message of purpose, we get these messages from all around us. You said, make money, go get a degree, study this, do this job, do this. This will give you what you want. And when we follow some of these things, we might be successful in it. You might get a lot of money, but you think, I got a lot of money, but I was actually looking for something inside, right? I was looking for some spiritual fulfillment. I was looking to feel like I was meeting some purpose, and it's not there. And it's like, well, I didn't do it, right? Because I was pursuing it with somebody else's idea or something outside of me. When we turn inward, that's how we can sort of sort through a lot of these ideas and really find what is calling to us. After all the ideas go away, after, all these years pass, there's oftentimes something that's still within us that we say, you know what? Maybe my taste in food has changed a little bit. My hobbies, my interests have changed a little bit. But there's something like it just seems to be a part of me. And going back to some of my earliest memories, you can think, I feel like I've always kind of been this way. That is a part of your purpose that you need to feed and to pay attention to help develop so that it can continue to come into reality.
And one thing, good thing that you mentioned the word reality, is that we usually, what is it that we do? we have this capacity that we call feelings for the left side, that is the feminine side of the creation. And we have this capacity of thoughts, the right side of the creation. But we don't put it together. You see, there is this term that years ago started flourishing is the emotional intelligence. That what is that about? Is that you have the capacity to understand the things that happens in you as the source, but not from your mind and only your thoughts. It comes from your your perception of what is happening. And that perception starts with the intuition, and that comes from putting together from the left side and the right side, the feminine and masculine, that energy in the center of your heart, in the center of your chest. There is the fourth chakra, and there is the heart. And this is the instrument in your body that helps you to process all the information. But that information comes through you. But if I keep the information in my mind, in my head, that doesn't going to work because I'm not using. It's like I have a blender, but I'm still chopping the pineapple with my own hands and trying to get juice and doing this so difficult, so hard. Hey, but you have an instrument. Do you have a blender? Yes, I have a blender. So why you don't use it? Really? Do you think that it? Well, of course, that works like that. The thing, my dear friend, is we are not clear how this thing that we call body works. And in terms of our thinking, in terms of feeling, we are educated so basic that every time that we dare to go out of that box, usually we just feel like, "Bam! What are you doing? Keep yourself in the box. Don't think different." You see, it's like no. I'm gonna think different, whether you like it or not. You see, so my reality is something that I am creating every single day, but I may not be clear in what is my reality about. You see, it's like I'm always waking up in a place that I don't know where exactly I am. What is it? I don't want this. My question is very simple. The reality that you're experiencing right now is something that you are enjoying. If you're not enjoying your reality, you may be something in wrong ways. So let's be ourselves the one who checks the things in our reality. What is your reality? Whatever you are experiencing right now. So for that, I would like, my dear friend, that we bring from the book this transformative knowledge, page 190.
Yes. This is transformative knowledge because it means if you take on new beliefs and new ideas and new feelings about things, they cannot help but be reflected in your life. You have been given a free will. You have been bestowed with God-given ability to affect your own life experience. Your thoughts are the generators of such changes, and that has to be absolutely sensational news.
You have been given a free will. You have been bestowed with the God-given ability to affect your own life experience. Today, my friend Nathan, I'm going to share something that is coming just out of the oven. Today in the morning, before I completely wake up, I had this message. So the message says, God is everything that I admit in my life. What? Yes. Whatever I admit in my life, that's what is God for me. And 2 days ago, I was having a conversation with someone about God precisely. And because in this channel, in our Community of Light channel, we have this Vespers meditation. And if you go to meditations, Vespers meditation, you're going to find a meditation that says, it's not up to God, it's up to me. Most of the time, I've been listening people saying, it's up to God. If God wants, if God's will, it's like putting anything in God's hands. And I know that God doesn't have hands. I know that. So, and then I listen this message that is not up to God, it's up to me. And then I ask, I need an analogy. And then I promise you, my friend, I received these messages here in my ear. And then I hear the voice saying, God is like the bill of $100 in your bill. The bill of $100 is not telling you where the bill wants to be spent. You are the one who make the choices where you're going to spend those $100. And I say, wow, of course, because all the energy that we have in this body is divine. Life is God in us. So it's up to me. Where is it that I'm going to spend that divine energy? It's not up to God. It's up to me. Up to me in terms of how conscious I am of that connection that I have with the super consciousness that is God in me. All the consciousness, you see, this laptop has the capacity to sustain all the information in the world, in the universe. Why? Because it's connected to the internet. The internet is like the super consciousness. But you see, there is not a material place in this computer where I can say this is where this computer stores all the information. No, because that's in the clouds. You see, literally, all the internet is connected to the clouds. It's sustained in the clouds. Where are the clouds? In the sky. You see, so it's like to me, is every single day is simpler than yesterday, because in my capacity of understanding, everything is up to me. You see, but for that, I need to be at peace with who? With me. I can see that you have something to say, my friend.
Yeah, you said a lot of great things. I'll just try to build off what you were just saying about being at peace with yourself. I think sometimes for times of my life and other people that I talk to, the person we're afraid of spending time with more than anybody else is ourselves. It's finding that peace, and yet it's also the most joyous thing that we can do. And what you said, I like what you said of that. What I allow into my life, that is God. And taking that approach, I think about, why then don't I just do whatever I want to do, right? But when we're truly connected with ourselves, it's not about what I want. Oh, that would be fun. Oh, I like that. That'll make me happy. Oh, no. It's more of a realization that I have everything that I need. I feel content. I feel complete. And now I can enjoy wherever I am. And, speaking of like the God is what we allow into our lives, for a long time, and maybe even still, I recognize that other people's expectations of me come into my mind, and they dictate how I behave, and they dictate sometimes what I think I should think about, what I should be doing, because I'm thinking about, well, what are they going to think of me? Or maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's work and money, again, going back to that. And so many of these, if you really sit with yourself and you think, why is it that I care so much about these people's expectations or a boss's expectations? And it's fear, right? Fear that we're going to lose relationships, or fear that we're not going to have material support. We lose our connection to money, then we lose everything, right? We lose food and all of these things. And, in the book, as we take on new beliefs, new ideas, new feelings, these can't help but show up in our lives. And for me, I feel like it has been a gradual process where I realize, wow, I care a lot about what this person thinks, or, I care a lot about this appearance of me being a hard worker and doing all this. I'm going to challenge that just a little bit. I'm going to, really think, why is it that I think that so much? And then I'm going to step away from it just a little bit. And I find that I'm still able to interact with people. But if, let's say it's with a boss figure in your life, sometimes we shame ourselves and we guilt ourselves without anybody telling us anything, right? We're just like, I should be working harder. I should be doing this. Oh, I lost focus. Oh, I'm so stupid. I should, I'm so stupid. Why can't I just focus? And it's focus on what? Doing work for someone else for some reason. And it often isn't even coming from them. And so being able to step away from that, it's sort of, I feel like it's separating myself from some of these expectations and identities. And then I find I'm still able to re-engage with people. I'm still able to be in social groups, are working together with people, having relationships with an awareness of, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to maybe be uncomfortable sometimes because I want to build something with you. I want to get along with you. But not because, oh, I just hope that you'll accept me, or oh, I'm afraid that I'll get rejected, or I'm afraid. So and that changes the whole perception of why I'm doing the things that I do. I'll go ahead and pause now. I'll let you
And
come back and say something.
precisely is almost time to say goodbye. And basically, what is it that we have in this chapter 19, is that our capacity of generate thoughts must be connected to our capacity of generate feelings. That way, I will be able to create a balance, and that's what we call the transformation. That's what we call the transformative knowledge. So our recommendation is to get to know what is it that you find when you explore yourself. What I always recommend when people wants to connect with their talents and things like that is talk to yourself in the mirror. See yourself in the mirror. Connect with your eyes like you were somebody else, and then try to figure out what is it that you see in the eyes. Forget that the person in the mirror is you, and just connect with you. Have an honest conversation with you. Because my friend, I remember when I took this path 25 years ago, I used to see myself in the mirror and I used to say awful things about the person that is in the mirror. So now, of course, things change a lot. I understand what is it that I was experiencing at that moment of my life. But now my thoughts are taken care all the time. And of course, I pay attention for what I think because those are part of my consciousness. And when I found thoughts that are not helping my purpose, I just let go. By my capacity of elimination as part of the 12 powers that I have, I let go all the thoughts that are not helping, all the feelings that are not helping to sustain my well-being. With that, my friend, final words for this chapter.
I don't have any. I don't know. I don't know how to wrap it up. Just be okay with yourself. That's what I would say. Be okay with yourself. Like you said, look in the mirror, be okay with it.
Definitely.
You'll learn to love yourself a little bit more each day.
That's the point, my friend. You see, I know that I took you by surprise, but this is it. This is the message. Think about you, feel you, and get to know you. That way you will be able to share with us something that is truly, 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 truly true. And remember, we are here to share the truth that sets us free. Thank you very much for being with us once again.
Yep, thank
See
for having
you
me.
guys next week. And of course, next week is going to be Nathan Jorgensen with us again, because he is our partner in crime. Thank you very much.
Yep, thank you.
See you next week. Hasta la vista.
Unity COML, Unity Comunidad de Luz, Community of Light. It's a ministry of love, big commitment to help everyone who's ready explore principles of truth that can really bring healing, prosperity, and all the good that God always has in store for each one of us. If you feel truly in your heart that we are serving you and that you feel that you are expanding in every way and would love to give back and make sure that others are benefited just as well, we highly encourage you to donate. Do a love offering based on the love, appreciation, gratitude, and joy that you are receiving from the source to transform your life. Visit us at unitycoml.org and do what is yours to do from that place that knows that there's abundance for all.
As always say, asking is giving, and that's how we support our ministry, your needs, our help, and everything goes together.
Divine love, through you, through us, blesses and multiplies all that we are, all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. And so it is.
So it is.
Amen.